So the Java installation, it contains several steps. Okay. First, we need to download the Java, and then you need to install Java in your computer. And after we install the Java, we need to set the environment variable. And after we set the environment variable, we need to download IDE. So IDE is the integrated development environment. And for our course, we are using Eclipse. And after we finish with the Java, after we download the IDE, then we can execute the Eclipse. So this step will require some time. So if we cannot finish all the steps, I think we can do more on the break time. So let's see. At the first time, you need to download Java. So Java, there are several versions. You can have the standard edition, SE. You can have the enterprise edition. And you can also have the micro edition. For our course, I think it is, we need to have only this Java SE because it is useful to create the desktop application. If you are installing the enterprise edition, it will be for the server application or like the web application. So if you want to improve your coding skill to web with Java, you can use this Java EE. And if you are planning to do the mobile application, for example, then you can install this Java ME because this module contains the micro and mobile application. So let's say you want to experiment with the set-top box. So, in your, maybe in your house, you have some television program and there is a kind of set-top box. So you can also use Java to program the set-top box. Or you want to make a kind of application in your smartphone. So you need to install the Java ME. Because we are not planning to make an application of the smartphone, so I will just use the Java SE. Since you are not familiar with Java, and I think most of you are the first time to learn Java, I would like to recommend you to download from this link. So this is a link from Oracle. Java has been embedded to Oracle. Oracle is one big company related to the information technology. So if you go here, you can see that the Java 17, this is the newest one. And it is free. So you don't need to pay to install this in your computer. There are three OS. So you can use Java for Linux, you can use Java for Mac OS, you can use Java for Windows. So it depends about on your computer. So if your computer is Mac, then you can use this Mac OS. My computer is Windows, so let me just use this one. Okay. And there are some options here. So you can see we have x64 and we have x64 installer and we have x64 MSI installer. Basically, it is depending on your computer. So for our course, I think, let's just use the installer. It will be easier. If your computer is, we have this one as 64, it means the computer is 64-bit. Okay. Some computer might be in the 32-bit. So if your computer is 32-bit, I guess, yeah, you need to have another kind of Java. But yeah, I hope that all your computer, which is a Windows base, it is just 64-bit. Okay. So let's install this one by clicking this one. Depending on your internet speed, it will, yeah, you can get the file in seconds or in minutes. So I guess this school has a good internet, so I can get the file in seconds. So you can see here. Yeah, we are going to install the Java SE, and the newest one now is the version 17. It is for the 64-bit. If your laptop is 32-bit, you need to download Java SE 8. So yeah, if you have any issues with your computer, please let me know. The easiest way to check your laptop is to you can type the extract. Okay. So this is one command in your computer. So when you click this one, you will see a kind of pop-up in your computer. So yeah, for example, in this computer, now it shows that this is 64-bit. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so it mentioned that it is 64-bit. So if you check your computer, you can see whether your laptop or your computer is 64-bit or 32-bit. And based on that one, yeah, it will have different installer. Okay, I guess yeah, nowadays many computers use 64-bit. So I will just use this one. After you have your installer, the file is .exe. You know that if it is .exe file, so you can just execute and just use the basic setting. Okay. Generally, you can put the file in the C drive, for example, like this one. Now, I will like to run my Java. So I already have my Java file here. Okay, I already have in the below part. So I will just install it. Okay, I have this Java file. Let me just install this. Maybe for the installation, it takes some time. And so you can just click yes when you get the notification whether you want to install Java in your computer. And oh, okay. So the first pop-up, it will be the information about the Java SE development and etc. So you can just click next. And let's say, yeah, I will just use this folder. Okay, so you need to remember where you put your Java file. So I will just use the basic one. And then after you click next, then it will do the installation in your computer. It depends on your computer's memory. So if your computer memory is quite big, I think the installation will be fast. But if your computer memory is a little bit low, maybe it takes more time. Okay. So while we are waiting for this one, let me skip the number 3 because when we do the setting, we need the Java. Okay. So I will go back to number 3 later. Now I will go to number 4 first. So we need to download the IDE. What is IDE? We call it IDE. Last time we already learned about this IDE in the first lecture. It is the integrated development environment. So when you are doing the Java, you need one environment. So I'm going to use Eclipse, and for this, I will explain how to use Eclipse installer. So if your computer is okay, then you can do the installation. But if your computer is limited on the memory, I recommend you to use the Eclipse packages. Okay. So what are they? Let me show you. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, it's finished. Okay, I guess you need more time to install your Java. Let me just download the IDE first. In the IDE, yeah, the first is the Eclipse installer, because the computer in engineering building is quite good. So let me just use the Eclipse installer. How can we get the Eclipse installer? So I give you the link here. If you open the link, it will show you the Eclipse packages. So as I mentioned to you, there are two options. The first is the installer. So when you get the installer, it means it is the .exe, and then it will be installed in your computer. But the second option is to have the packages. So if you are downloading this one, the format will be .zip. And you can just run the Eclipse without installation. It is up to you, but I would like to teach you how to install in your computer. And you can again see what is the how can I say, yeah, the OS. Okay, so you can see Mac OS, or you can use Windows, or you can use Linux. So I'm using Windows, so I will download this one. Now the Eclipse give you one link, so you can just download it. It is free, or it is on open source. That's why they give you like this kind of information, whether you want to donate to support their development. Okay, so before we do this Eclipse installation, let me, okay, can I see? Okay, this one is good. So then I will go to the next by okay, I will install this Eclipse because I finished with this downloading. So you will see the installer pop-up will appear to your computer. So yeah, it depends on the computer memory that you have, and you will see the options. Okay, whether you are going to use the IDE for Java, or you are going to use the IDE for enterprise Java and web developers, or you are going to use the Eclipse for C++ developers. So this Eclipse, they have many functions. You can use for PHP, it is for web, and etc. So you can see there are many platform can be done in the Eclipse. For our course, let's just use the Java developer because we are going to use Java. So after you select the Eclipse IDE for Java developers, you will see these two options. The first option is they will check where is your Java file. When we install the Java, they give you the path. Okay, so this is the path when I install the Java. And the second information is where you want to install the Eclipse. So this is the way to install, this is the folder that you want to install the Eclipse. And then this is the folder that you have your Java. Okay, so please remember you will have two folders. The first folder is the Java installation, and the second folder will be for the Eclipse installation. Okay. So you can check this option whether you want to create a start menu or you want to create a desktop shortcut. Maybe I will not use this one. So I do not want to put the desktop. So I will just create the start menu. And then after you finish, then you can just create install. After you do the installation, you can just accept, and then now the installation is working. Okay, and it may take some time to install this Eclipse in your computer. So today, I hope that you can follow this lecture. You can do the installation, and if everything is working well, we will do some stuff with the Java after the break time. Okay. Okay. I guess there are some issues with this internet. Okay. So you can see the installation process is taking longer than usual. Okay. So it means there are some internet problems when they are downloading some files from the Eclipse. Okay, artifact download is progressing very slowly from this. So it means, yeah, maybe you also have this kind of issue. Oh, this is good. So now the installation has been completed. So before I launch this one, let me get back to this step. Okay. So we already finished with the IDE. Before we execute it, let's get back to number 3. Because if you are doing with the Java, and then you already have the IDE, but if you don't do with the number 3, there will be errors. Okay. So what does it mean by the number 3? The step number 3, we are going to set the environment variable. So in Korean, it is 환경 변수. The computer needs to know where is your Java file. So we need to put the folder name. So the computer will know every time I call the Java, then the computer will go to that folder. Okay. So this 환경 변수, you can go to the file. Okay. There is the in here in the below part. Okay, so you can see COMSEC. Okay. So you can type one 변수. So you will see system 환경 변수 편집. Okay, and then you will see a pop-up. So here is the pop-up to update whether you have a new variable or you have a new environment in your computer. So when I click this one, okay, so you can follow this PowerPoint. There is one button here, 환경 변수. So I can click this one and you can see all the environment that you are using in your computer. So let's see if you are doing with the pad, yeah, it shows like this one. If you are using with the other kind of files, yeah, they are giving you this information. Okay. For the next step, I guess you are the first time to edit this environment variable. So I give you the step by step, the step number 1, and then the step number 2. In the step number 1, you can create a new variable. Okay. In this case, you can go to the system 변수 or the system variable here, and you can create new. Okay. So you can create a new zero 만들기. Because in my computer, I already have the file name, so I will just click this one. So I will just do the editing. When you click the new, you can do the same with this one. The first, you need to set the 변수 이름. In my case, yeah, we are using the Java home. And then what is the value? So the value is the place where you install your Java. Now you can see this folder. Okay. This folder is using the JDK 15. But as you know, we are doing the installation with Java 17. So let's check on the Windows Explorer. Okay. You can go to this Windows Explorer. You can click on this button. Okay. Maybe you can have a file thumbstick key. Okay. And then in my computer, I have my C drive. I can go to the C, and then I can go to the program files, and then I go to Java. So this is the file, or this is the folder that I use to install the Java 17. And you will see that this is the folder. Okay. So I have the JDK. JDK means Java Development Kit. That's why they call it JDK. And after we have this folder, you can go to this folder directly, and yeah, you will see the folder bin conf include jmods and etc. So inside of these folders there are some Java files. So in this case you can just copy this link, you can box up, and then you go back to your system Pyongyip to put it here. Okay, I guess it is a little bit complex for you. Okay. So if you have any issues, maybe I can help you on the break time. If you already finished with this, you can click OK. So you will have this one, the Java home. Now they have the folder which is in the program files Java JDK 17.0.2. So if you finish with that one, in the system variables, yeah, actually you can easily go to the path, but this is another way to do this one. You can go again to the system Beyonsu, and then you can find path. Okay, you can find the path. And after you have the path, you can just double click. Okay. And then you can put this Java home, what we already did before, but you need to write with the percent. Okay. Percent Java home. So I give you this one, append the Java home, and you need to put the percent sign Java underbar home. Okay. After you finish this one, just click again, okay, and then just click finish, and you can also click on the system Soksong login, and let me check, okay, whether Java is working well or not. How you can check the Java is, again, you can go to the Windows search. You have this one in the ComSec. You can click the command prompt. You will see Myeongdong prompter. You will see this Myeongdong prompter, and then I will see Java. So if everything is good, then you will see no errors. So in this case, now Java is working in my computer. So I can do all the things with Java. But if you see some errors message, let's say when you click the Java, they cannot find your Java, then it means there is an error. So for example, I can show you. Let's see if I give this number wrong. Okay, let me change this one a little bit. So I will do the Myeongdong prompter, and then if I click this one, oh, it's still working. Or maybe I can. Yeah, anyway, if you are working well, I guess there is no issue with the Java home. Maybe I need to delete this part because it is also another part of Java. So let me do one more time. Okay, like this one. So if you cannot connect to your Java, it will be like this one. The system cannot find your Java. Okay, so make sure that your computer can access the Java. So let me change again. This one should be this folder. So I have the C program files, Java, and then I go to the JDK 17.0.2. So if everything works well, let me click again. So I will click Java. Okay, so it means there is one. I guess we need to put not this one. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to put the pin. Okay, not the folder for this Java, but you need to put one more, which is pin for this one in order to find where is the Java file. Okay? So I'm sorry, I need to put this one. So when you put this one, you need to put the folder pin. And after you do this pin, I guess there will be no issue. Okay. So I'm sorry for this one. It is not the folder is one, but you need to put the pin. Okay, the folder C program files Java JDK 17.0.2 and under the folder pin. It's not this one, so it is under the folder pin. I'm sorry. So if it is under the folder pin, then the Java works well. Okay. And if you finish with that one, now we can ready to launch the Eclipse. Okay. When I launch this one, so you will see this Eclipse IDE, and yeah, it will give you what is the workspace that you are going to use. Let me just change this workspace name like workspace 2022. Actually, you can define what is the folder that you want to use. And if I click this launch, then it will run your Eclipse IDE. Okay, so now the Eclipse IDE is working and you're ready with your Java. Okay, so I hope that you can finish until the start. And we are going to use this Eclipse later. Okay. Okay, any questions?